everyone, my name is America and I'm an MS1, which means I'm in my first year of medical school. One of the biggest questions that I get is, America, tell us about your Mcat experience. How did you study for it? How did it go? Whether you're in your first year of undergrad or if you just took your Mcat last month, I can hopefully help you. So the Medical College Admissions Test, or the Mcat, is a multiple choice exam created by the AAMC to enable medical schools to assess your critical thinking skills, problem solving, and knowledge over social, behavioral, and natural sciences. Everything that I'm about to tell you I got from the AAMC website. So as of April 2015, the Mcat changed. It is now broken into 4 sections. The first one is called the Biological and Biochemical Foundations of Living Systems. The second one is the Chemical and Physical Foundations of Biological Systems. The third one is the Psychological, Social, and Biological Foundations of Behavior. And the fourth section of the Mcat is the Critical Analysis and Reasoning Skills. Let's talk about each part of the Mcat one by one. So the first section is 59 questions and you have 95 minutes, which means you have about 1 minute and 36 seconds per question. The main classes that you need to do well on this part of the exam is biochemistry and biology. The 3 main themes that this section covers is: how do you maintain homeostasis? How do biomolecules contribute to the structure and function of cells? And then how do cells carry out the functions of living organisms? The second part is 59 questions and 95 minutes to take it, which is again about 1 minute and 36 seconds per question. To do well on this section, you need biochemistry, general chemistry, and physics. The 2 main themes covered in this section include how organisms transport materials, sense signals, and respond to change. And the second theme is all about chemical interactions and reactions. The third section is the Psychological, Social, and Biological Foundations of Behavior. You again have 59 questions and 95 minutes to take it. The main courses that you will need for this part of the exam is psychology and sociology, and this makes it different than the old Mcat. The major themes in this section are knowing the factors that affect human behavior, the factors that affect the way individuals think and react to situations, and knowing the factors that influence how we see ourselves and others. When I say factors, I'm talking about biological, psychological, and sociocultural. Another theme is understanding cultural and social differences and also social stratification. In each of those past 3 sections that I talked about, they're going to assess a skill that they call the scientific inquiry and reasoning skill. Basically, do you understand how to read a graph, a chart, or a table? Do you understand the relationship between closely related concepts? Do you understand how to go about doing research? And then understanding statistics and trends. I believe that the 4th section is new. Basically, what you have to do is read a rather complex passage that's about 500 to 600 words. You don't need any outside knowledge. There are 53 questions and you have 90 minutes to take it, which is about 1 minute and 41 seconds per question. The main classes to take to do really well on this section include a class in humanities and social sciences. For humanities, language, literature, history, art, and for social sciences, psychology, economics, psychology, and sociology. The major themes in this section include the foundation of comprehension, which basically means what was the point of this paragraph. The second theme of this section is identifying the reasoning within the text. What did this particular paragraph try to argue, or was this author a credible source? And the third theme is reasoning beyond the text. So applying what the paragraph said and applying it to an outside context. First things first, you have to schedule your Mcat date. Most people who don't take breaks between college and medical school take their Mcat the summer before junior year or the winter break during junior year. 3 months is the optimal amount of time to study for the Mcat, and of course, It is really and highly recommended by me and by others that you take all the required courses before taking the Mcat. Calculus and statistics, chemistry, organic chemistry and the labs, biochemistry, biology, physics, psychology, and sociology. Additional classes that you could take are physiology, anatomy, cell biology, microbiology, and genetics. Also, like I said, any humanities course or social science could really help you for your fourth section. FYI, you can take the Mcat 3 times in 1 year and only 7 times in your entire life. To register for your Mcat, I have a link to the AAMC website in the description box below. You want to register early for your Mcat because the later you wait, the more expensive it gets. You want to register for your Mcat 3 to 4 weeks before your exam date, and it will be $310. If you wait 1 to 2 weeks before the exam date, it's going to be $365. And there are additional fees for rescheduling and cancellation. Now, studying for the Mcat, which is the actual hard part. One thing that you really need to understand is that we have all been there. I am alive and I am sane, and you will be too. There will be a time where you will have finished the last question of your Mcat. You will walk out of that building and you will be done, and you will be with the rest of us. I know it sounds really hard and daunting to study for this monster, but you will get past it. Don't feel defeated. Don't feel unmotivated. Keep going, and I promise as soon as it's over, you will be so proud of yourself and you will never, hopefully, ever have to take that test again. But just so you know, you can't take it again 3 times a year or 7 times in your life. Study about 9 hours a week. I did not take a prep course, and I really wish I did take a prep course. All of my friends did, but I didn't because I thought it was too expensive. But you need to understand, this is a very important exam. One of the most important exams of your life. You want to really invest in being absolutely prepared, and I think a prep course would have been wonderful in my case. Kaplan and Princeton offer the most popular prep courses. Princeton has an ultimate classroom course for $2,199, and Kaplan has an Mcat prep in-person course for $2,299. If I could have done it again, I would have paid for the course. I didn't, and I still regret it, even though I saved all that money. One of the biggest tips that anybody who has taken the Mcat can give you is to take lots of practice questions and practice tests. Since this is a new Mcat, there aren't as many as there used to be, but AAMC has 2 practice Mcat exams for $35 each on their website, which I will link below. They have 300 practice questions, and you can buy that for $45. And they also have Mcat flashcards that you can buy for $10. I remember my exam day, and it was very boring. The new Mcat is 7.5 hours long. Most Mcats start at 8 a.m. and you will get out between 2 and 4 p.m. Between each section, you get 10-minute breaks, and you can bring snacks, you can bring water. So upon walking in, an admin is going to greet you at the front, and she's going to ask for a valid photo ID. So like your driver's license or your passport. They're gonna give you a key, and that's where you put all of the things that you have, and you put it in a locker and lock it up, and you can keep the key. Next, you're gonna go in this waiting area, wait a little bit until they call you, and they're gonna take your fingerprints, and they're going to scan your entire body with like a metal detector, and they're gonna ask you to empty your pockets. After the waiting room, you're going to be escorted to the actual testing area, which is just a bunch of like gray cubicles with a desk and a computer. This is a computer-based exam, and that's it. Some tips that I have for the exam day are: wake up early, eat breakfast, bring snacks for your breaks like granola bars and water, bring a jacket or a blanket because you don't really know how cold or hot it's going to be in the testing room. Really relax the day before. Don't do any studying. Just take it easy because you don't want to be anxious the day of your Mcat. When you're done with the exam, treat yourself. Talk about the Mcat score itself. Your scores will be released 5 p.m. 30 to 35 days after you took the Mcat. To access your score, I will link the website. Your score will be between 472 and 528. Kaplan says that a good or competitive MCAT score is considered a 511 overall or a 127 in each section. Okay guys, hopefully I answered all of your questions. If I forgot something, please leave a comment down below and I will answer it. Good luck everyone on your MCAT. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everyone.